So could you entertain the muscles one just bit? Yeah. Quick tag team.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Pilates. Who have we got in today? Anybody in yet? Give us a wave when you arrive. Anybody? Hello? There's people watching, but nobody's waving. Your Pilates lot are right miserable bunch.
The sleeping, the relaxing.
Yeah. You'll probably be worried because they're seeing me and not you.
Yeah. Please don't make such a Pilates.
She's back.
Sorry. Right. Coolio. Armed and ready. Nice and relaxed, hopefully. Sorry for the slightly delayed start. Right, into positions. Got 10 seconds. Good job, right. Make yourselves nice and comfortable. Shoes off. Stand tall and relax. Just making sure I have got my socks on the right feet. Can't have that now, can we, Derek? Right. Okay, beautiful people. Oh, there's a... Funny. Okay, so standing lovely and tall, neutral stance, so feet hip distance apart. Take a nice deep breath in, standing tall. So start from the bottom, feel your feet on the floor, nice and flat. Feel your toes, the balls of your feet and your heels. Go up your legs and start at your glutes. Think about your pelvic floor, suck it all up and in, zip it up, standing tall. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Good job. Roll our shoulders. These are nice small movements. So loosening up those shoulder blades so we have a nice active back, so we're lying on the floor. 3, 2, 1, and forward. Nice and steady, not too quick. Good job. Let's do our back articulation. So from the side, you don't have to change angles. We took our chin, think about your cervical vertebrae, going down into your thoracic, into your lumbar, round yourself up, your knees are soft, just turning yourself down to the floor. So in this inverted position, think about your stomach vacuum here, so that your pelvic floor is up and in. Try to bring everything up into your diaphragms, keep those cores beautifully tight. And with that contraction, we're going to peel ourselves up now. So still keep trying to keep everything up in your diaphragm and peel yourself up. You're going to feel different muscles kick in as you come up because you've got that vacuum going on. And stand tall. Perfect stuff. So back to our neutral stance. Again, everything's nice and engaged all the way up. Feel that connection. Let's look to our left. And think about your traps. Don't let the shoulders rise. Centre to the right. And centre, lower your chin. Back to neutral, up to the ceiling again. Think about setting your shoulders down. And then lower your chin. Perfect stuff. We'll do a standing saw as well whilst we're up. So arms out to the side. Nice deep breath in, but we rotate and breathe out. We rotate and breathe out. Breathe in back to centre. Breathe out and rotate. Breathe into centre. One last time, out and rotate. Breathe into centre. Breathe out and rotate. And into centre. Perfect. Lower your arms. Let's get ourselves down to the floor. Bring this over. So you can see what's going on from a distance. Perfect. Let's get ourselves down to the ground. Into our neutral position. The guys that know what I'm talking about, you can just get in that position and just rest for me. The others, I'll just quickly run through. So our neutral position is how we have a neutral chin. So we're not overextended this way, elongated neck, nor are we squashing our chin into our neck. Nice and neutral, so it's on the crown of your head, it's on the floor, and your airway feels nice and open, and your chest is also feeling comfortable. Think right now how your shoulder blades are. We're just going to drop into position, so arms up, palms facing, hands over our shoulders, so we're not too narrow. Reaching up to the ceiling and then drop them down. And start feeling how your shoulder blades spread out on the floor. Let's go for 3 more, so stretching up to the ceiling and drop those shoulder blades. One more. Reaching up. Drop those shoulders. Perfect. Now rotate your hands so your palms are facing towards your knees. Slight flex in the elbows, lower your arms to your side. But try and focus on your shoulder blades staying nice and flat on that floor. You're going to have to feel a different position that goes on with your body. So shoulder blades are nice and flat, crown of our head, work the way down our body, our ribs and our hips are level, and there's a gentle arch in our back. This is our neutral pelvis. To find our neutral pelvis, imagine you have a marble on your tummy and tilt your pelvis. So you push your lower back into the ground, your bits and bobs up, so the marble can roll up, then tilt the other way, so the marble can roll back down, and you create a bigger arch in your back. So that's my fully extended. So the other way, so my back is flat, my fully imprinted, and in between the two, my neutral pelvis. Legs are bent, feet are out at a hip distance apart, and the feet are flat on the floor. So here's our neutral position, arms to the side. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you breathe in, think about filling your ribs out to the sides, and as you breathe out, you're filling your ribs together and making them nice and narrow. And each time you breathe in, try and keep your core tighter and tighter and tighter. So everything's courseted in, pelvic floor up and in, zipped up in the middle. Great stuff. Let's loosen off our hips, so extend our right leg. What I like to do now is just tilt your pelvis for me, so your lower back and the back of your pelvis is on the mat. And we're going to rotate our right leg in its socket. So it's not the knee ankle, we're not changing any angles here. It literally is your thigh bone in your hip socket. So nice and controlled, keep that core tight and those hips flat. Let's go for 4 more twists. Nice and steady, feel that movement. 2, 1 more, perfect. Lower that leg and change them over. Have a reset of your breath if you need to, but make sure your lower back is still pinned in back of your pelvis. It's nice and flat, tucked into that mat. Let's go for 8 on the left hand side. Or the left leg side, definitely. Visualize that bone moving around in the socket, loosening up the fibers. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And lower. Good stuff. Right. So we're going to do our leg extension. We draw our leg out along the floor and draw him back in. We're going to do 4 on the right and 4 on the left. Those important things to keep your core engaged. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, draw our belly button into our spine, so we're imprinting into the mat. So our lower back and our pelvis is beautifully touch the floor. And you hook your fingers over your hip bones, you feel like your core in between your hip bones should be nice and engaged. Keeping that nice and solid, extend your right leg along the floor, keeping your glutes everything tight and pinned into the mat, and draw in back in. You feel your core disengage anytime, stop and reset. The important thing is that that back pelvis is pinned and the core is absolutely solid. Draw in it. You feel different muscles kick in as the further the leg goes. Really keep that core tight. 4 either side, don't rush the movement. Keep everything into the floor. One more for me. Perfect. Especially those who finished the earlier class and activated our core muscles already. You really feel as if you're kicking in, rubbing tight on the sides of the ribs, it's more there. It's not on the outside, not like down the middle, but the internal beats. So let's go now for our left leg. So nice deep breath in. Pull your belly button to spine, tilt that pelvis so your lower back and back of the pelvis is pinned. Hook over your hip bones so you can feel your abs working. And we have 4 on our left. Keep the core tight. Still breathe. Keep everything engaged. Back pinned, pelvis pinned. Don't rush. Perfect, and rest. Back to your neutral position. So neutral hips, neutral chin, and just breathe. So hopefully you're feeling your core muscles waking up. Are you ready for our 100? Remember the different phases of the 100, you can keep your head on the floor, have your head on a cushion, or have your chin tucked in and peel your shoulder blades up off the floor. You always have your arms out in front, no matter where you have your position, your hands always be to the side, and you tap our arms. So it's not a wave, it's really strong active arms, and you tap the ground. If at any time you find that your neck is sore, especially if your shoulder blades are up, you can support your head, so maybe use one hand and do your taps, or have a cushion. Leg positions are feet on the floor, core nice and tight, again, belly button to spine, back of your pelvis and back of your lower back on the floor. You have your legs in the tabletop, or you can extend them. But make sure if you have your legs extended, your legs are active. So you work on your quads and your calves, and how far you lower, your lower back must stay attached to the floor. It's not point getting your legs lower and the arch and back coming up and not working the right way. Okay, so let's go for our 100. I'll change my leg positions as I go, just so you can see the different variations. But do what you can, reset your breath when you need to. Keep that back and pelvis bending to the back. Okay, let's go. So nice deep breath in. Belly button to spine. Tilt your pelvis so everything is beautifully imprinted into the mat. Bring your chin up if you're having your shoulders up off the ground. And let's go. Looking down at your navel to make sure everything's sucked in. Just changing into the tabletop position so you can see how this one looks. Then my lower back and pelvis are pinned into the floor. Next 30 legs, I'm going to extend my legs. Looking down at your navel. Perfect. When you've done your 100, Bring yourself back into position, back into neutral. So neutral pelvis, neutral chin, and just breathe. Super, let's go for our leg stretch series now. So we're going to start off with our single leg stretch. So this is where we have drawing one leg in and extending the other. It's very dark today, isn't it? Bring it back. A little bit there. So blend. Less in. Right, oh well. So yes, going for our single leg stretch. So we've been extending one leg, drawing the opposite leg into your chest. The important thing is when we are extending our leg that it's an active leg, so again we have a slight rotation of the femur, so your quads and calves are working. You draw that leg in so you feel the stretch. You still must keep your lower back and pelvis pinned into that ground. The extending leg doesn't touch the floor, you just loiters because our glutes engage and stops us getting any lower. Okay? So you can have your head on the floor, on the pillow, or up in our one-handed position. So again, our chin is tucked, but we haven't obstructed our airway. So my voice still sounds relatively normal. Okay, so let's go for 6 maybe control pairs. So nice deep breath in, draw your belly up into your spine, imprint into that mat. Draw your right leg in, extend your left. I'll let you do it at your own time. Really draw that leg in. Keep that core beautifully tight as we extend. So you can do a halfway transition like I did there, or you can draw it in and then extend. We're doing 4 pairs. Sorry, 6 pairs. I've got 4 legs, what I meant to say. Good. That lovely strong leg is extending out, because everything is active. Looking down at our navels, making sure we're drawn in. And last pair. Perfect. Both knees in. Then you rest down to the ground. Super. Next, we're going to have our scissor two-legged stretch. We'll have both our legs up into the air. Again, make sure your lower back and back of your pelvis is into the ground, and activate our legs. So that slight rotation of the femur to get those quads working. So we're going to be lowering one leg and drawing in the other. Again, keeping that lower back pinned and that back of the pelvis pinned. Let's go for 6 to 8 pairs. So draw your breath in, belly button set into your spine, everything up and in and buttoned up. Let's go on our own times, 6 to 8 pairs. So nice and steady. It's not about getting that leg to the ground. You just think about your lower back and back of your pelvis, keeping these glutes engaged and these legs active. Have your chin up onto your shoulder blades. Couple more. Perfect. After your stretches, both legs in, head back down to the mat as we had it raised, back into our neutral position. Perfect. We're going to do a roll up and roll down now. Again, those that are working on your strength, you can stay just working on your bottom face, getting up as far as you can. Or try and progress a little bit further. Tuck your chin in. So if you're working on your strength, deep breath in, belly button spine, tuck your chin and peel up. Get yourself as far as you can before you think you're going to fail. And then just crawl up the side of your legs. So you're not grabbing and pulling, you're literally like an instruments spider to help assist you get up. Really think about going bone by bone. You don't want to flat back any time, you don't want to hip flexors kicking in. But just have that little bit of assistance to crawl up and get more used to coming up to that range of motion. So those that can do the full roll up and roll down, we make 6. those working on your strength, have a go at doing walking up your legs and try and get up. But really think about zipping up and into that diaphragm. By doing that, you're going to help with creating a C curve that we're looking for. It's going to assist in the movement. So let's go for our 6 roll-up rolls down. If you're doing it straight-legged, please come in active legs so toes are to the ceiling. Okay, let's go for our 6. So draw it all up and think of your stomach vacuum and zip it all up into your diaphragm. Loving to control it down. By stretching the bottom and re-engage and bring ourselves. Okay. And for those who are working on their strength and have your legs bent, when you start at the top, then draw everything up into your diaphragm. That really helps with the rounding and back to lifting your ribs. Coming down, as you come up, slowly, slowly, slowly. Get that activation first one on the core. If you need to use the sides of your legs, roll yourself back up. My last one. Is active. Good job. Okie dokie. Roll up the ball coming next. Again, visualize everything up and in into that vacuum. You're going to do 6 roll like balls. Those of you who are working on your range, have that cushion of blanket behind you, have that little bounce, controlled bounce of the support. Or just working getting yourself down, walk yourself back up and roll down. So really think again about having that lovely shape of the spine. So it's a big cog and each bone, your back is part of the wheel. So we're going to have 5 roll-up balls. So nice deep breath in, fall off our sit bones, draw your chin in. Remember, we don't go to our head, we just go to our shoulder blades. And loving control, rolling down and rolling back up. So make sure if you come back up, we're not using momentum, we're not pulling on our arms or bending our legs. Good more. Perfect. Good job. Let's take ourselves back down to the floor, into our neutral position. So we're going to pop back into our 2-legged stretch series, which has our 2-legged stretch. So sailing it down, bring both your knees into your chest, make sure your back is flat and your back of your pelvis is also on the floor. You can have your hands just outside of your glutes. They feel slightly more stable, put nice strong arms to the side. Activate your legs as you push them out. So they're not some weak legs. We're going to push them out and make sure they're active. Draw them back in, push them out and rotate the legs. You can have your hands just underneath, so getting used to pushing out those legs and drawing them back in. So that's the starting point. Make sure your core is tight, back in and back of your pelvis. For those who are a little bit stronger, then you can peel your shoulders up and not have your hands underneath and do your extension. Absolutely perfect. You can still have your hands under your glutes. Chin up, this is number 3. The second progression. Extending your legs. And the third, the full range. So take a nice deep breath in, belly button spine. Everything all locked in. And we're extending our arms and our legs. And draw them back in. So choose which one you're going to do. So head on the floor, hands under, chin up, hands under, chin up. Just legs and arms, mix and match. Going for 5. Really keep that core tight, back and the pelvis, back and pelvis also nice and thin to match. Okay, so let's go. Nice deep breath in. Belly button to spine. With your shoulder blades up if you want to, so everything is up and active. And then extend. And 5. One more. Perfect. Very good. So the progression of that is to do it in slightly more vertical position. So be up, sitting off our tailbones, extending out and coming back in. We do feel it's a lot more complicated and more difficult to do. That's just for beginners. Good stuff. Right, back down to the floor, my lovelies. Let's start working on our side kicks. So onto our sides. Let's start out beautifully flat and straight. So like a ruler, nice full length. You're having your hips stacked and your shoulders stacked. If we activate our legs, so the top of your thigh on the floor and your lower legs will be sort of motoring. What you'll hopefully feel at that point is that you have an active waist, that this bit isn't touching the floor necessarily. Keep that lovely and tight and that control. So we don't want to drop the ribs or change the hip position, thinking of our spine health. So starting off in a beautiful straight line, draw both your legs slightly further forward so you feel a little bit more stable. What we're going to do is do 5 front side kicks. So lift your top leg up. So both legs are active now, if you would please. So Pilates, living with the rotation. Your top leg is in line with your body. If you're more comfortable, you can have your head on your elbow, on your cushion, on your hand. The higher your head is, the more difficult it is to get an active waist. So the lower your head is in alignment slightly better. So the top leg is in line with your body. We're going to draw him forward, doing our front kick. We're going to be staying in line with the body. We're not sort of lifting up. Draw him back to neutral and then pull him back. As you pull him back, you're going to feel the stretch more in your psoas. So really focus on keeping those hips still stacked. You haven't rolled them forward or let them drop back. You're fully on the side and your bottom leg is also active. Your top hand here can be in the front for stability. Really think of your core and that active waist underneath. So we've got 4 more. Going forward. Keeping everything beautifully stacked. Don't rush the movement. Back to straight and push back. Good, good. 3 more. Lovely and steady. So you've still got your belly button drawn into your spine. Got the active waist going on. Active legs. Awful lot to think about. 2 more. Especially that pushing back, feel the difference of muscles that are supporting you. These are coming from your spine, coming forward towards the pelvis. Last one. Really strong legs. Easy to make the exercise less taxing by not activating back to neutral. Now bend this top leg softly over the top. Good job. So stay where we are. You can let your hips drop forward as you're resting. If your hips are rested if you need to. Good job. And to work on this bottom leg now. So still try and keep your active waist. You will have your hips slightly forward, but we're working on the inner thigh of this bottom leg. So first of all, we're going to do 10 lifts with a flexed foot. So really flatten that foot, dig in with that heel, and do 10 lifts. Think about that inner thigh. He's doing the work. Live in control, 10 of these. Five more. More. Good job. Perfect. Let's take ourselves back to our neutral. So limb rest first of all, then we're going to go back to our extended legs. We're going to be working again on our top leg. So beautifully straight, and bring your legs forward for more stability. Reset now, make sure your hips are stacked and your shoulders are stacked. Active core and waist. Let's lift up our top leg. Again, bottom leg is also active. And I'm going to draw my knee into my chest. And kick out and back. So it's not massively back, but so you can feel your glutes working. So you're going to go for 8 of those. So draw your knee in line with your body, kick your leg back, squeeze the glutes. Work those muscles as hard as possible. It's not just randomly moving your leg. Think about the muscles that are being used. Draw it all the way in, feeling that stretch, pushing away. 3 more. Unit your bums. One more. Good job. A little rest. Perfect. Perfect. We'll do one more on this top leg. We'll go back to the bottom leg. Okay, so we will fully straighten have our feet brought forwards again to our active position. So we're doing our side leg lifts on this one. So we do want to make sure that both these legs are active. So our bottom leg is sort of floating around, if you like. And we'll lift our top leg. Really squeeze your glutes. Really active legs on every single muscle in that lower part of your body working. We're going to go for 10, so don't rush, squeeze. A little active core and waist. 4, 5, bottom leg is working. 6, really squeeze your booties. 7, 3 to go, nice and steady. Pull this top arm in front for stability if you wish. 1 more. Perfect. Good job. A little rest. Then we're going to bring this top leg up and over here. If you find that it's too uncomfortable to stretch, or the your ankles are a little bit wonky, then keep your knee flat on the floor. So we're going to work on our bottom leg now, working again on our inner thighs. So we're going to activate this leg. So we have a slight rotation of the femur. You'll find your hip is more comfortable on the floor. Really pushing away with your toe. You're going to do 10 circles in one direction and 10 in the other. Think about your inner thigh. Don't let any of your muscles get out of joining in with this one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change direction. I find anti-clockwise harder. Perfect, so good job. Relax that top leg. Relax everything. So you're feeling it in your booties and in your inner thighs. Good job. Scoop round to the other side. Make ourselves comfortable. We're going to start again. So start off in a beautifully straight line, everything nice and active. Draw your feet forward, a bit more stability. Your top hand can be in front for balance. Activate our top leg, so our bottom leg is also active. You might not want to play as much, but it needs to be active. Lift up your top leg, and we're going to do 5 front kicks and we push back. So nice straight leg, activated everything. Draw him forward. Push him away, so you're making a really strong circle. Back to your neutral and then push back. Feel that psoas kick in stretch going on just inside your hip. Very good. Don't forget your bottom leg. Try and keep him nice and active. So we've got 5 front ones. 2. Everything active, moving steady, don't rush it. Think about this waist as well. But 1 more. Squeeze back. Good job. Then this top leg, little rest. Working the bottom leg now. So with a flexed foot, so you're pushing over your heel, lift up 10 times, then think about the inner thigh. Pause it nice and tight. Think about your active waist. Don't rush the movement. Feel those inner thigh muscles working. You're drawing that leg up. 5 to go. One more. Lovely. Little rest. Go back to our top leg now, then we're drawing our knee in and pushing out and back. Okay. So nice and full and straight again. Cores tight, shoulders and hips are stacked. Draw the legs forward, activate that top leg. Okay, so again you can have your square hand in front for stability. Draw your knee in, nice stretch, and pushing out and that extra squeezing the glutes. It's like a out and slightly back, so you can feel where your glutes are kicking in. Keep your core tight and your waist active. 5 breathes. Draw them in. Good, good, good. Push and squeeze. I like 8. We got 3 more. 3. Don't rush. Drawing it in with beautiful control. Really activate those muscles and push that leg back. Got 1 more. Good job. Little rest. And if our side leg lift and top leg again. Are we ready? So, everything beautifully active. Hips, shoulders, core and waist. Bring our top leg up. Bring our side. Let's really feel the side of the glutes working. Up and squeeze. Don't rush. Really feel those muscles working and really activate those legs. The more you work them, the better they'll feel. 4 more. Don't forget active waist. 3, 2, 1 more. Good, good. A little rest. And now top leg up and over. Again, if you find this angle awkward or uncomfortable, and please bend your knees so it's your knees resting on the floor. So we're going to go for pointing toes, active lower leg, 10 circles clockwise, 10 anti-clockwise. Let's go. So again, think you're lifting with the inner thigh. 6, 7, 10 and change. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Rest. Good job. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, onto your tummies. Draw back exercises. So we're going to have our hands at a triangle on the floor. First of all, just going to be breathing. Then think of breathing into the sides of your ribs, not into your belly. So a couple of breaths. Let's go for our cat and cow. So draw your hands around to the side, push yourselves up and off the floor. I'm going to go onto our hands and knees. So, position-wise, make sure that your hips are directly above your knees and your hands are under your shoulders. So a nice deep breath in, draw everything through, like get your pelvic floor, all your your core, everything up into your diaphragm. Draw it all in, really nice and tight. Drop your head, drop your hips, push into the mat. Now keeping your core engaged, you can reset your breath, go back to neutral, squeeze your glutes more now, lift your head and lift your hips. You're going to feel the stretch from the sternum to pubis because you're making yourself as long as possible. Feel that stretch. 3, 2, 1, and back to neutral. Reset our breath and we're going to go again 1 more time. Let's go for our cat. So draw everything up and in. Drop your head, drop your hips. Transition now to the cow. So keep the effort beautifully tight. Extend up. 2, 1, and back to neutral. Perfect. Lower yourself down to your forearms, down to your haunches, and stretch out. Perfect. Back up to our forearms, under our hands and knees, back to our box position. We actually up into dog now, so we'll be extending our leg and our arm. We're going to be doing it twice, once without arms and once with arms. If you're stable enough, go straight in twice, both times with arms. Okay, so back into our box position. Let's be beautiful, nice and tight. Shoulders directly above your hands, knees under your hips. Let's plant our right toe and extend our left leg. So push out with that left heel. So those who are already feeling stable and balanced, extend your right arm, keep your gaze down, push away with your fingers, push away with your heel. Make yourself as long as possible. You don't need to add your arms just yet if you don't want to. 3, 2, 1, perfect. Drawing back in. Really keep that core beautifully tight. Let's change legs over. So plant your left toe and extend your right. So you have a lovely deep breath in. We've drawn our belly into your spine. And if you're not stable on the first round, don't bring your arms in, but if you feel like you can, do so. Keep your gaze to the ground. Push your heel away and your fingers away. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Back into center. Really rest, nice and neutral. Go one more time. Are you ready? So nice deep breath in. Set the belly of the spine, solidify your back and everything else that you've got. Plant your right toe, extend your left heel. Pushing away. When you're stable, extend your right arm. Really strong hands and arms, pushing over your heel, pushing over your fingertips. Nice and tight. Draw it all in, squeeze your glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in. Good job. Change side. So reset your breath. Nice deep breath in, core beautifully tight. Plant your left toe, extend your right leg, pushing out with your heel, bring in your left arm. Push over your fingers, keep your gaze to the ground. Really strong. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring it back in. Let's get our forearms into our haunches and have a little rest. Perfect. So up onto our forearms, up onto our hands. Get ourselves back into our box position. So we're going to work on now slightly more of our arm strength. We're going to tuck our toes under. So you find uncomfortable, I don't mind how your toes are truthful. Nice deep breath in, draw your belly button into your spine. Push yourself into your mat through your hands and through your toes. And get yourself up into our downward dog position. Oh, I've got to land my feet forward a little bit. Then make sure your core is heavy and tight, your head is between your arms. You feel that stretch. If you have more of a stretch in your hamstrings, you can lower your heels to the ground. Stay in your tiptoes. Try and have your upper arms by your ears. So core's nice and tight now, lean forward, so our weight goes more over our hands. A little bit of rest. Reset your breath, draw it all in. Let's go back to our position. So core beautifully tight. Back in. Slightly bend it in. Perfect. Take our weight forward. So our hands are under our shoulders. Core still nice and tight. Lower your knees back to the ground, so on our all fours. Forearm, haunches, rest. Okay. Up to our forearms, hands and knees. Pull your leg under, get onto your bottoms. So we're going to do our saw. Legs out at 45, your hamstrings are tight. Remember, you can sit on the block or have your knees slightly bent. So arms out to the side, nice deep breath in. We're going to breathe out as we rotate. So draw your breath in, rotate the back of the hand onto the opposite foot. Breathing out and pushing against that foot to increase that stretch. Good job. Scoop to the middle, breathe in. Up and rotate to the other side. Back of the hand against the other foot. Scoop in the middle. Back to center. One more time. Let's rotate. Breathe out. Scoop to the middle. Breathing in. Last time. Breathe out and rotate. Scoop. Back to middle. Good job. Okay, let's have our legs however you find comfortable. Have them crossed, have them straight, one in, one out. But think about your pelvis position so you have a nice, tall, straight back. Okay, so plant your right hand, extend your left arm up into the air. You can stop to 2 grains of glass and then stretch out to the side. Good job. Back to centre. Plant your left hand, extend your right above you. Step to 2 grains of glass, and stretch. Good. One more time. Plant your right hand, extend your left. Stretch. And change. Perfect. Lower your arms. Extend both your legs. Again, if you have a tighter hamstring, you can have your legs slightly bent. If you're sitting on your block, we're going to go through our spine stretch. So sitting up, up to the side so you can see where I'm coming from. Sitting where we are now, we're going to drop our chin and round our back. Push forward from there. We're not going from our hips, we're trying to go from our back. We're stretching our back and rounding our back. Obviously, our hips do join in towards the end, but we're thinking from our arching our back and then come out. Again, bone by bone, thinking about making that spine more flexible. Pull really tight, nice round in the back. Looking forward, again, it's all going to use the back. Curl back up. Okay, so have your legs however is comfortable. You can also do the next stretches standing if you'd rather. So, keeping our shoulders nice and depressed, so we're not lifting our tight traps up. Thinking about pushing our shoulder blades down, let's look to our left. And centre, look to the right. And centre, look down. Again, think about depressing your shoulders. And up. Think about those shoulders, pick your head up. Actually, good job. Let's get ourselves up to standing. Move into the trousers as usual. Okay, are we all up? Feeling good? So a nice deep breath in. So scoop all the way up. Push up to the ceiling, up to your tippies. Think about your balance. Breathe out, arms down. Little shake with a recovery break. Breath in. Let's go again. One more time all the way up. Push the ceiling away, up to those tippies. Centralize yourself. It says. Breathe out, arms down. Shake them up. Then rotation of the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Change. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And that's you locked in. Nice, done my lovelies. So we'll see you tomorrow for Fit Over 50s at 11. Enjoy, have a good day. Any questions, let me know.